Good morning guys, how are you all doing? Hopefully you're good. My name is Thomas Blakemore. I teach, travel and sometimes triumph, and this is going to be a teach video. This is a week in the life of a primary school teacher. Now, you'll see that I'm sat here in my non-normal teaching attire, and that is because today is a CPD, a continuous professional development day. It's one of those days where basically the pupils aren't in and there's a range of different meetings, and I'm going to talk you through what I'm going to be up to today. This week is going to be quite a stressful week, I think, because this week is actually mock inspection week. Now, mock inspection here in Dubai, we have these KHDA inspections. KHDA is similar to Ofsted, the local education authority, if you like, who sort of assesses schools. So we're having a mock inspection to try and prepare us and make sure that the SLT, senior leadership team, are aware of some of the flaws and things like that so that we can improve, ready for our inspections. In some ways, I'm expecting it to be a little bit more stressful than the actual inspections, and that's because when it's people you know who are observing you, I always find it that little bit trickier. I find I get a little bit more nervous. I don't know, it's just one of those things. I'm also expecting that I'm going to be getting seen more because the middle leadership team, the subject leaders and year leaders and things like that, are also going to be coming out and observing lessons. But everyone has their own idea of what a fantastic lesson should be. So in some ways, I don't know how to cater to all of those individual demands. So I'm just going to teach the best as I could. And that's exactly the same as what I would say to you guys if you ever have observations, is just to do you and then have and take the criticism or compliments from whatever observation. So today, there's a range of different meetings. So one of the meetings is about MEC, which is similar to PSHE here, inclusion. We're doing these modules as well, so we've got some time to complete modules. But what is really nice about today is we've actually got a fair bit of time to prepare for tomorrow and the next day. So fingers crossed that's going to be a bit of a winner, because I'll be able to prepare resources so I'm not so stressed tomorrow morning. At some point, I want to make a normal week in the life of a primary school teacher, but for some reason, these weeks just never seem to be normal. But hey ho. Right, so let's get started, and I probably won't speak to you until tomorrow because I've got things to do today. So it turns out I've come in way too early. I came in normal time, 7 o'clock, and I thought that the sessions would start at 8 o'clock. They don't, they start at 9, so I could have had an extra hour in bed. The one thing it does do though is give me the opportunity to do something I don't get to often do throughout the school day, and that is simply think. It's so good just to be able to think about different lessons. I am the humanities coordinator, so as I'm sat here at the moment, lessons are flying around in my head and ideas are sort of coming together. As a teacher, because you are so busy, the one thing you don't get the time to do is think, and it is one of the most critical things. So one of the things I often say for teachers to try and do is to reduce the amount that they're trying to do and work on by saying no, and using that time simply to do things like think, to read, to be able to come up with ideas, because it's those creative ideas that are the lessons that hook the children and make the children learn the most. I've just sat and had a fantastic lesson idea for sort of hunter-gatherers, and I don't know, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Do you actually get enough time to think throughout the school day? Good morning, and today is actually observation day. So as you can imagine, quite stressed out. I decided I'd come in very early today, and it's 6:30, but I don't really know why I've come in so early. I think part of it in my head was to get organised, but as you can see from yesterday, I've got everything sorted into different folders anyway. SS is social studies, we've got maths and science, and everything's sorted. So it's just a case of picking up a pack. I always find it very easy to then be able to be more organised and think about other things when I have those things organised in that way. What works for me might work for some of you. You might have other ways of being organised, but organisation is key, especially when being observed. I am stressed. Despite teaching, this is my 4th year teaching, I still find I get nervous when it comes to other people coming into my class. I think it's because as teachers we don't get to go into other people's classes, and people don't come into my class as much as I'd hope. So I guess I'm nervous, but fingers crossed everything goes all right. We'll see. So that today was a stressful day. You get those days in teaching that are just absolutely crazy. Now, Mondays for me are a busy day anyway. However, today happened to be a super hectic day for many different reasons. Now, what you would have just seen is that I was organised, and that paid off really, really well. It's been a good day, but just absolutely crazy. Now, the whole idea with the whole mock KHDA inspection type thing was that different people would come and do lesson observations and come and have a chat to children, and it's worked. It's been very good. It's just been very intense in the way that I've had a lot of adults come into the lessons throughout the day. It's just been one of those days. Now, you'll get those days in teaching that are amazing. You would have seen a video last week, like up there or something, where it was like residential's amazing, but you also get those days that are absolutely crazy. It's been that crazy. Usually at the end of the day, tie comes off, it's game over. It's actually quite late today as well, so I'd usually be at the gym at the moment, but as you can see, that's not where I am, and I don't think I'm going to be going there today because today is just crazy busy. So inspection day 2, or mock inspection day 2, and things are pretty well sorted. Now for today, it's a case of just chopping a few bits and pieces up. This is for a spag lesson, and then I will be sorted. I apologise if the quality of these videos this time are not as strong. I'm filming on my phone just because it's easier and quicker. I've got a lot to do in the mornings and at night. As I said yesterday, it's quite stressful, so it's just been quite good to be able to film on my phone. I know that the audio might dip, so apologies if that's the case. So, final day of the inspection done. I'm just going to speak to you tomorrow. So yesterday was just one of those days, I call them nope days, where it's just the end of the day and I just think, nope, home time it is. It was an incredibly good day, but actually quite stressful at the same time. Throughout the 2 days of the mock inspection type thing, had 9 people come into 7 lessons. So it was stressful. Now, obviously I can talk about the importance of school development and things like that at the same time. So it's understandable. To be fair, looking back, it actually was a good couple of days. All the lessons went really well and the children loved all of the learning, as they usually do. So it was a good portrayal of my teaching, but again, there is the pressure, there is the stress. So at the end of the day, it was just one of those, no, just go home. So today is a great day, it's straightforward. Children are doing poetry today, so that's a great opportunity for them to perform. It's nice because I don't have to mark the poetry as well, so that's a bit of a winner. I will be recording some of the poetry, and then in maths, they're also writing their own questions, so it's going to be a really good day. But I just wanted to hop on here and talk about the process of the inspection and how I felt with it, basically. I think the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because on this channel, I try and portray things in a true light. Teaching has those really good weeks like the residential, as I said before, but then it also has those stressful weeks, and there's a real balance. So I just want to be real with you guys. I could just show you all the positives, but at the same time, there are those stressful times. Right then, so if I look a mess, it's because I decided to do my basketball after school club in a shirt and tie. So it was quite sweaty. Today has gone really, really well, to be completely fair. And I thought I was just going to be completely deflated, but surprisingly wasn't, and the children were involved in a range of different poetry. I wish I could show it you, but I don't put my children on this channel. Final day. Now, Thursdays are always a really nice day. I have this time called Flexi Time, where a range of children from my class go out for Islamic. Now, during that time, I can't do any new learning because those children at Islamic will miss out on the learning. So during that time, I usually do a bit of a carousel, some recap type stuff, some finishing off work. So it's quite a nice day in some ways. And then we also have mental maths, so that's another thing that the children really, really enjoy, as do I. I'm going to end the video here, and as you can tell, this week has been quite stressful for me, but it's fully understandable that for the school development, they have to put things in place to be able to make observations and things like that. I could sit and moan about it and all of the stress it's put on me, but at the end of the day, if it does the school well, then I'm all for it. If you have enjoyed the video, feel free to like it. If you're new to the channel, I make a range of teaching and traveling videos, so you can check them out in my channel, but feel free to subscribe down in the corner. It's always appreciated, and welcome. See you in a bit, guys.